Two women, two eras, two visions of cyberpunk. Motoko Kusanagi, the enigmatic major of Ghost in the Shell, and Lucy Kushinada, the netrunner with violet eyes from Cyberpunk Edgerunners. They stand decades apart, born of different creators, different cultures, and different anxieties about technology. Yet, when we place them side by side, the resonance between them is undeniable. Two ghosts flickering inside networks of power. Two women searching for freedom in worlds where freedom is a commodity. Motoko Kusanagi emerged at a moment when Japan's cyberpunk imagination was in full bloom. The 1995 film, directed by Mamoru Oshii, took Masamune Shirow's manga and distilled it into a meditation on identity and evolution in the digital age. Kusanagi is not merely human, nor merely machine. Her body is entirely synthetic, her brain a cybernetic shell, and her consciousness a ghost, flickering between the two. The film lingers on her silences, her reflections in water and glass, her body breaking apart and reforming. Motoko embodies the question that still haunts us. If the body can be replaced, what makes us, us? Is it memory, identity, or something deeper? Something ineffable that resists replication? The Major wrestles not with survival, but with transcendence, with the terrifying possibility that the soul itself may be a construct, waiting to dissolve into the ocean of information. Lucy Kushinada, by contrast, is firmly rooted in the raw, neon-soaked grit of Night City. Introduced in Edgerunners, she is not a soldier of the state, but a runaway from it. Her childhood was idyllic on the surface. Raised in a wealthy Arasaka household, but she unearthed truths about her father's atrocities during the Fourth Corporate War, and recoiled from them. Forced into Arasaka's netrunner program, she witnessed children like herself exploited, broken, and discarded. Lucy fled, carrying trauma, distrust, and the dream of escape. Escape from Night City, from the grasp of corporations, from the violence that defines her world. Unlike Motoko, she is not seeking transcendence. She simply wants to live free, on her own terms, perhaps one day on the moon. And yet, the two share a common thread. Both are intimately tied to the net. Motoko, navigating networks as an extension of her very self. Lucy, diving into the old net with raw instinct and brilliance. Both are defined by their ability to move between worlds. The physical and the digital the human and the machine, the corporate order and the margins outside of it. They are women marked by technology, but not defined solely by it. Instead, they use it to carve paths towards agency. Motoko through transcendence, Lucy through rebellion. When we look closely, their differences are as revealing as their similarities. Motoko's story is one of philosophical ascent. She pushes beyond the limits of her own shell, merging with the puppet master in a symbolic act of evolution. The boundaries of self dissolve, and she becomes something new, a being neither human nor machine, but something greater, a glimpse of post-human possibility. Her arc reflects 1990s Japan, a society confronting the anxieties of globalization, surveillance, and rapid technological change. Kusanagi is the vessel for a question that feels eternal. What comes after humanity, when technology allows us to rewrite our very essence? Lucy's story, however, is one of survival. She has no luxury to philosophize about the nature of the self when corporations are hunting her down. Her dream of the moon is less transcendental, more tangible, a quiet life, far from Night City's violence. She represents not the philosophical frontier of post-human identity, but the raw human desire to escape systems of control. Where Motoko sacrifices herself for transcendence, Lucy clings fiercely to her humanity, even in the face of betrayal and loss. Her arc reflects our own present, a world where corporations dominate culture. Surveillance is constant, and young people fight for spaces of freedom, dignity, and belonging. Both characters are archetypes of cyberpunk femininity, but drawn in contrasting hues. Motoko is cool, enigmatic, and often detached. Her strength lies in her ability to let go of her human anchors and move into the unknown. Lucy is warm, vulnerable, and intimate. Her strength lies in her ability to hold on to love, to connect, even when the world tells her to sever ties. Kusanagi is the ghost, seeking to evolve beyond flesh. Lucy is the runner, seeking to preserve what little flesh and soul she has left. And perhaps that is why both resonate so deeply. Together, they embody the full spectrum of the cyberpunk condition: transcendence and escape, evolution and survival, detachment and intimacy. They remind us that technology can be both a prison and a key, both a weapon and a sanctuary. They reveal that beneath the neon lights and chrome implants, cyberpunk has always been about something deeply human. The search for self, freedom, and meaning in a world designed to strip all three away. In 2025, their relevance has only grown sharper. We live in an age of AI, where questions of identity, authorship, and consciousness feel less like distant science fiction and more like urgent realities. We live in a world where corporations control vast infrastructures of digital life, and where young people, like Lucy, often feel trapped in systems they did not choose. And we live in a world where the promise of post-human transcendence, like Motoko's, feels tantalizingly close, but also dangerous, its costs uncertain. Motoko Kusanagi and Takeshi Kushinada remind us that the choices we face today are not just technical, but existential. Do we run, like Lucy, seeking refuge beyond the reach of systems that exploit us? Or do we transcend, like Motoko, leaping into new forms of existence, accepting both the risks and the liberation? The beauty of Cyberpunk is that it refuses to give us easy answers. It holds up a mirror, sometimes cracked, sometimes bloodied, and asks us to look. In the reflection, we might see Motoko dissolving into light, or Lucy standing beneath the neon sky with her eyes fixed on the moon. And in them both, we might see ourselves.